Welcome back to the Schemers Table here in Dolmakyar for another thrilling episode of Critical Role. We left off at a moment of peak here at the Seven Stars, where Varen Kadorn, an old veteran and ally of Lieutenant Azur Nayar, had just let loose the fact that asked to round up some names of some people that might be interested in quitting their current jobs or otherwise gathering together due to this ascent of the Sundered Houses. Varen said that he had spoken to a handful of people and had gotten together a list of 350 names. A staggering number. But then again, can you really be that surprised with what now unfolds in the city, that there would be that many people?
I mean, it's over there. Yeah. All the people get dismissed from the
Louis having a one-sided conversation over here.
I am.
Well, yeah.
This, after several days in a row, following the schemers' sort of rescue of Demidus Blix from the clutches of the Crow Keepers, still being hunted down by the Taconis, Demidus is now staying safe at Bolaire's apartment in the Ogremok Marketplace. We also saw our schemers kick into high gear, casting Identify on the sort of Taconis candle and realizing whatever foul plots the Taconis have at work. Murray seeing visions of far-off stone statues, sarcophagi, and a voice calling to fly the white banners. What this could mean, you cannot say. But while you were doing that, Bolaire and Hal were busy getting their hands on the pariah blades.
Went fine.
Went very well.
It went extremely well. It went so well, in fact, that when you were discovered by the lady Amaria de Cormore, you she wielded a pariah blade at your hand that she had marked with her own blood, pointed the blade at you, and pulling off the suggestion of the century. Talk about a suggestion. Got her down into the private vault where she, investigating the coffin of Olbalad, opened it up. I don't know how many times Bolaire has mentioned the need for safety when working with these artifacts.
Yep.
Yes.
That people lose hands. It's why it's
End of time badness. Don't touch that. It's evil. Oh, shit.
So anyway, how's this thing work?
And Bolaire's sister, the masked Termina, who was the mask worn by Rowan, the trickster goddess, cracked and in shards leapt onto the face of a lady of the Sundered House as she turned to say hello to her long-lost brother in a cracked, distorted, and wavering voice you did not recognize, and was sucked back into the mists of the coffin, which slammed shut, leaving all of you stunned but wealthy in swords designed to kill the gods, which you took first to the rookery, and then deciding that the paint given to you might be a way to disguise that had sort of nice little illusory cover that would make these powerful weapons read as sort of trivial magic. Those blades were discovered by your daughter's barking troupe, and you sold a bunch of tickets that day. So, highs and lows.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you again.
You took a night off. You guys have been making your rounds. Hero Diven has joined the internship program over the Arcanaud. The crooked lieutenant of Il Kafsare was with some careful, really strategic narking from Azune, was dismissed from his job. But
That's all damn.
By the way, point of order. Hero's name is Hero Divine.
Divine.
Because it sounds like Hero Divine.
Oh, I love that. Hero Divine.
Melody Divine.
Beautiful, thank you. We find ourselves back at the Seven Stars, upstairs, here with Varen Kadorn. For our timeline's purposes, you are you are 3 days out from the gala, which will be held at the Arcanod, at the old Lyceum, celebrating the coming of the Hallowed Round and its players' sort of opening of Cotheri. So time moves ever onwards.
3 days until the gala and the plays open?
3 days until the gala, 2 days after that is the play.
Got it.
5 days till the play.
Yeah.
Crazy idea.
You, looking out and around you, you see that the Varen Cadorna stays with you in the aviary. You guys did not meet last night. After the wildness of the night in the Arcanod, you guys decided to lay low for a day.
Completely.
And you've heard some bits and rumors going around. Obviously, people, Lord Dason came to the Arcanod, asking after his lady wife. You've heard things, the rumors of Demodus, his vanishing. People are disappearing. And there's beginning to be a feeling of dismay and a little bit of panic in the city, which has been at a heightened state ever since Thiazi's execution. So that panic, rather than subsiding, is instead sort of increasing. There's a feeling in the air of that dread increasing. But we return to all of you now, seated at your table with Varen Cadorn, who now speaks to you. He goes, I don't have all their names, but the ones that I do have, I thought it best for the people that were bringing me these names to keep their own lists and for me not to have all the names in one place. But I conversed with everybody and went over who they had spoken to, and
So your contacts have given you tallies
yes,
and run through names with you.
that we ran over names just because I wanted to make sure that nothing rang a bell, but I don't have them on me. I don't want to keep them in a place in case.
Yeah. This has to be secret.
I had one or two of them ask about money, and most of them made a point of mentioning they had savings, they were willing to wait, and they are furious. We have to move quickly because they can't,
That can only last so long.
they can only last so long.
Yes.
Men need to eat, but they are, Azuna, you are right in your assessment of the tenor of the city. It's very likely that the majority of the men that were dismissed have moved on, saw it as a job, signed up with the Sons of the Dawn, but there is a considerable amount of people who this has woken up.
Good. Good. Now, a different kind of work begins. This has to be completely in secret. We're not waving a banner. We're not creating a mercenary company that's going to be walking amongst the people, drawing attention to itself. We need to be a network that's smart and secretive and is dispersed with ways to communicate with each other that happen hiding in plain sight. I don't know if we name this kind of a thing. It's a clandestine organization. I don't know what to do. How do we become the leaders of this thing?
This works in very well to something I was already working on. We need a symbol, something we can draw, something we can say. And honestly, the less obvious who's leading it, probably the better.
I agree. I think the most successful operations akin to this don't actually have a leader. The ideology should be the leader.
See, that's the tricky thing. I think that's one of the reasons the Falconers' Rebellion failed. Not exactly because of that, but there were many fires that were lit throughout, and it never came together. It's easy to put out fires. They're smaller and dispersed, but maybe...
Well, this is precisely the notion of this is we have an immediate goal. And as long as everyone has the same immediate goal...
This is resistance.
What specifically are we doing next? We don't need a plan, just a solution.
That's the thing. There isn't anything to act on yet.
No, not
right?
yet. But there's positions.
So everyone needs to be ready. We need a way. I agree. We don't want all these names on one piece of parchment, ready to be damned at the Sundered House's hands. But we do need a way to get the word out.
Yes.
When the need finally arises.
Right.
What if the leader is a figmentation? What if the leader is an embodiment of the ideology, but not a real person?
A leader is a story.
A leader is a story.
An idea.
It removes, but we can give them a name. But it removes any implications from an actual, real person.
Yes.
They'd be searching for
Any
someone who
of
doesn't
us.
exist when they finally hear the name.
Correct.
I like it.
Above table, because I don't want to muddy up the waters. But you know how, like, Betty Crocker was not a real person?
Betty Crocker wasn't a real
What?
Betty Crocker's not a real person.
What the fuck is wrong with you now?
I can't lose any more heroes.
Or Uncle Sam is another great.
You're ruining so many
ideology.
Reddits for me right now. I can't even fucking say.
I don't know if you know this one. Uncle Sam, not a real guy.
One less uncle.
But yeah, what if, like, you know?
Yeah. No, it's absolutely a notion.
Anyway, back.
No, this is quite good.
You see that
And I know how to get the word out.
Varen turns to you and says, I let everyone know that they maybe wouldn't hear back for, a day or two, but I can't ask them to wait much longer than that.
No. We need to make some decisions right now so that when you return to them, they're set enough.
350.
You see, he says, I'll be at Falcon's Rest tomorrow morning. All right.
Okay.
You see, he looks, having not introduced himself to any of the others, and you see that he kind of doesn't want to. You see he looks at the other three, like at Murray and Hal and Belair, and doesn't recognize you. This is a guy who's worked in private security for a Royce vassal house for the last few years, and only really knew Azune. Yeah. So you see, maybe he lingers on Hal for a second because of your brother, but other than that, he steps back and says, I'll meet you at the Falcon's Rest tomorrow.
I will stop him, and I'm going to walk him towards the exit.
Yeah.
Just one last moment.
Yeah.
I'll start walking him and taking him in, noticing this sort of unsettled moment, and I'll say to him, Varen, you've done great. And remember why we're doing this. Remember that this is the way we honor their memories and their sacrifices, by taking action. And you've done so good.
He just grasps you, brings you in, and hugs you very deeply and sort of slams a fist onto your back, and he looks back at you and goes, the embers, they stay dark under the ash, but it takes a long time for those embers to die. I think we've all been waiting here in the soot and the muck, but you are right. I don't know the academics upstairs. I know that you speak with people that walk in other realms in high society. The ideals of the Falconers' Rebellion were as pure as driven snow. I believed in them then, and I believe in them now. And the purity of those ideals did not win that war.
That's why we're doing it different this time. We're creating a different coalition, a stronger coalition, and we're going to fight this in a very different way. They have their secrets, now we have ours. There's one thing I want you to do. Those that you've gathered, some of them need to be standing by, but we need to have plants in some of the sundered houses. I'll leave it to you to create smaller groups that we'll still be able to communicate with, but we need inside people, at least a few.
Everyone should be able to contact.
Oh, sorry, I think this is happening downstairs at the exit.
Oh, we're not
Sorry.
there. Okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
Yes. Any further instructions I'll give to you tomorrow morning.
He nods, peels out into the dark, and vanishes. You return upstairs and join your companions.
This could work. This could work very well.
Murray walks over to the large aviary that rests here on the balcony of the Seven Stars. Opens it, takes a piece of biscuit, and throws it on the table in front of us, allowing one of the magpies to come over and land on the table in front of us. You know, falcons, some of the fiercest birds, hunters. But they're very solitary creatures. Individual in their goals and efforts. Magpies are cunning, and they learn from one another. They pass down knowledge from generation to generation. Very loyal to themselves. But also little assholes, too.
We are of one mind. I'd like to make a pitch.
Yes.
And Hal makes eye contact with this little bird sitting on the table amongst the four of us.
Toss another biscuit crumb.
He watches it eat up the cron. And it warbles a little bit. And then Hal purses his lips, and you hear a warbling sound come out of his mouth, identical to the bird. And he spends 20 or 30 seconds talking back and forth with the bird, and finally says, "Come here." And flies over to his shoulder. Sometimes magpies are known as a mischief. Sometimes known as a tiding. And the bird flutters over and lands on Murray's shoulder, pecks at her neck a little bit, and then as it opens its mouth,
Not the jewels.
you hear Hal's voice come out of the bird saying, "Sometimes magpies are known as a mischief, but other times they're known as a tiding." And Hal, at the jump, will level up as I use cast Animal Messenger.
Animal messenger, what?
Hell yes.
No!
As you cast Animal Messenger, this aviary filled with magpies, amongst other birds. Tiding, 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 all in Hal's voice surrounds you in this moment as the wind picks up. The ability, there's 350 names held in secret by former rebels. And there are many more than that. Birds throughout the city ready to take wing and spread a message very quickly. Feathers flutter as you level up in this moment.
I will. Sorry, were you going to?
No, you're good.
I'll also level up. I see your level up when I call. I think this is fantastic for a little clandestine messages. But if I had to assume, the time is going to come when a beacon needs to be lit. Mass communication is going to be our advantage. We're going to need a symbol. Something recognizable that as soon as it goes up in the sky,
They'll know to act.
they'll know to act. I'm going to level up, and I'm going to take a spell that I haven't had since Keyleth, which is Skywrite.
Hey!
Ooh, I like this.
And you see Murray in a very small area throws and a condensation starts to build here in the aviary. And as the mist begins to rise, it starts to collect and create clouds in the